On a distant planet called Xylon 7, a group of human explorers was busy setting up camp. The team consisted of scientists, engineers, and a few brave adventurers. They had traveled far from Earth to explore the mysteries of this uncharted world. As they pitched their tents and unloaded their gear, excitement filled the air. Everyone knew this planet held secrets waiting to be uncovered. While the team prepared for their mission, Dr. Mia Chen, a brilliant scientist, noticed something unusual in the distance. A strange shape was half buried in the sandy ground. Curiosity sparked in her mind. "What is that?" she thought. Without wasting any time, she grabbed her tools and rushed toward the object, calling out to her colleagues. "Hey, everyone! Come look at this!" Mia shouted, her voice filled with excitement. The other team members quickly gathered around her. As they approached, they could see that it was not just a rock or a natural formation. It was the outline of a massive ship. Its surface glinted in the sunlight, hinting at an advanced design. The team exchanged amazed looks, their hearts racing. They had discovered an alien ship. "Can you believe it?" exclaimed Mark, the team's engineer. "This could be a huge breakthrough for us." The crew began to work together to clear the sand away from the ship. As they dug, they uncovered strange symbols and markings on the ship's hull. Each symbol was unlike anything they had ever seen before. The anticipation grew with each scoop of sand they removed. Soon they uncovered a large entrance at the base of the ship, sealed tight. Mia's mind raced with possibilities. What kind of technology is inside? Is it still operational? She felt a mix of excitement and fear. After years of searching for extraterrestrial life, this was their moment. With a deep breath, Mia took the lead. "Let's see if we can open it." "We need to know what's inside." The team gathered their tools and started examining the entrance. They tried various methods to pry it open, but nothing seemed to work. Frustration began to build. Suddenly, the ship hummed softly and the entrance slowly opened. The team gasped, their eyes wide with amazement. The interior was dark, but they could make out strange, glowing panels lining the walls. It was unlike anything they had seen on Earth. "Should we go in?" whispered Sarah, the team's geologist. She hesitated, her heart racing. Mia nodded. "We have to. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's stick together." The group turned on their flashlights and stepped inside. As they crossed the threshold, the air felt charged, almost electric. Inside the ship, everything seemed foreign yet strangely beautiful. The walls were smooth and shimmered in various colors. Alien machinery filled the space, some parts covered in dust while others sparkled with energy. The team moved cautiously, each member captivated by the wonders surrounding them. Mia reached out to touch a glowing panel. As her fingers brushed against it, the panel flickered to life, displaying complex patterns and symbols. "Look!" she exclaimed. "It's reacting to me." The others gathered around, watching in awe as images flashed across the panel. They saw star maps, strange creatures, and glimpses of the ship's history. It was as if the ship was trying to communicate with them. Suddenly, a loud rumble echoed through the ship. The lights flickered and the floor shook beneath them. Panic set in as the team scrambled to find stability. "What's happening?" shouted Mark, trying to maintain his balance. "Stay calm! We need to find a way out!" Mia yelled, leading the way back to the entrance. As they rushed back, they realized this ship was not just a discovery. It was a treasure trove of knowledge and adventure. They needed to unlock its secrets, but first, they had to ensure their safety. As they emerged from the ship, breathing the fresh air of Xylon 7, they knew their lives were about to change forever. This hidden ship was just the beginning of a thrilling journey, one that would challenge their understanding of technology, friendship, and the vast universe. They looked at each other, filled with determination. Whatever lay ahead, they were ready to face it together. After their incredible discovery of the alien ship, the team of human explorers felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. They had just stepped into a world beyond their imagination, and now they needed to understand what they had found. Dr. Mia Chen gathered her team outside the ship to discuss their next steps. "We need to investigate the ship further," Mia said, her eyes shining with determination. "We have no idea what technology we're dealing with here. We could learn so much." The team agreed, but doubts lingered. "What if it's dangerous?" Sarah, the geologist, asked, her voice shaky. "We don't know what kind of beings might have used this ship." Just then, a soft glow emerged from the entrance of the ship and the team froze. From the shadows stepped a figure. It was an alien woman, tall and graceful, with shimmering skin that sparkled like stars. Her long hair flowed behind her like a cascade of light, and her eyes were bright and full of wisdom. The crew stared in awe, unable to believe their eyes. "Who are you?" Mia asked, her voice steady despite her surprise. "I am Lyra," the alien replied, her voice melodic and soothing. "I am the last of the crew of this ship, the Xeroxan. I have been waiting for someone to awaken me." Mia and her team exchanged glances, unsure whether to trust this mysterious being. "How did you end up here?" Mark, the engineer, asked, still wary. Lyra took a deep breath. "Many years ago, our ship was attacked by a hostile force. We were forced to hide and activate the stasis chamber to protect ourselves. I have been sleeping ever since, waiting for someone to find us." The team was stunned. They realized they had stumbled upon not just a ship, but a story of survival and loss. "Can you help us?" Mia asked, her curiosity piqued. "We need to understand how this ship works." Lyra smiled, her bright eyes sparkling. "Yes, I can help, but I need your trust. The ship holds many secrets, and I can show you its wonders. Together we can unlock its potential." Mia felt a wave of hope wash over her. "Let's do it! We need to work together." The crew welcomed Lyra with open arms, eager to learn from her. They led her inside the ship, where the glow from the panels cast a warm light around them. As they entered, Lyra moved confidently, her fingers gliding over the alien technology. "This ship is equipped with advanced systems. It can travel faster than light and has powerful defenses," she explained. "But it needs repairs and upgrades to function properly. Can you teach us how to fix it?" Sarah asked, excitement bubbling in her voice. Lyra nodded. "Yes, but it will take time. We must understand each part of the ship and work as a team." The group gathered around, ready to listen and learn. For the next few days, the team worked tirelessly alongside Lyra. She taught them how to operate the ship's control systems, showing them the alien language that filled the panels with information. The humans struggled at first, but Lyra was patient, guiding them through every step. As they worked, a bond began to form. Mia found herself drawn to Lyra's calm presence and knowledge. They shared stories about their worlds. Lyra told of her home planet, filled with vibrant colors and strange creatures, while Mia spoke of Earth's wonders and challenges. One evening, while they were taking a break, the crew sat around a small campfire outside the ship. The stars above twinkled brightly, and the air was filled with a sense of adventure. "Do you think we can really make this ship fly again?" Mark asked, looking up at the stars. With a smile, Lyra replied, "Believe in yourselves. Together we can achieve great things." Her words inspired the crew, filling them with renewed determination. However, not everyone was convinced. A few members of the team still worried about trusting Lyra. "What if she leads us into danger?" one of them whispered. But Mia shook her head, knowing deep down that Lyra was their best chance to unlock the secrets of the ship. As days turned into weeks, the crew grew closer, united by a common goal. They faced challenges, learned from mistakes, and celebrated small victories. With each upgrade, the Xeroxan began to come alive again, and so did their hope for the future. One afternoon, as they gathered around the control panel, Lyra turned to the crew with a serious expression. "We must prepare for what comes next. There may be dangers lurking out there, and we need to be ready." The team nodded, realizing that their journey was just beginning. With Lyra as their ally, they felt a sense of purpose and excitement. They were about to embark on a thrilling adventure that would change their lives forever. Together, they were ready to explore the mysteries of the universe, one star at a time. The sun rose over the horizon of Xylon 7, casting a warm glow on the alien ship, Xeroxan. Dr. Mia Chen stood at the entrance, taking in the sight of the ship that had become their home and the center of their thrilling adventure. After weeks of hard work alongside Lyra, the ship was almost ready for its first flight. Excitement buzzed in the air as the team prepared for the big upgrade that would allow them to explore the galaxy. "Today is the day," Mia announced to her team, her voice filled with enthusiasm. "We're going to make history." The crew gathered around, their faces lit up with anticipation. Lyra smiled at them, her eyes sparkling with pride. "You have all worked very hard. This upgrade will allow the Xeroxan to reach new worlds. But we must remain focused and work together." Mark, the engineer, took a deep breath. "What do we need to do first?" he asked, ready to dive into the task. Lyra pointed to a large control panel in the center of the ship. We need to replace the energy core. It powers the entire ship. Without it, we cannot travel. The team nodded, understanding the importance of the task. They had learned a lot from Lyra about the alien technology, but this was a critical step. They needed to work as a cohesive unit. Mia and Sarah moved toward the energy core, while Mark and another team member gathered tools and parts they had scavenged from the ship. As they worked, Lyra explained the process in simple terms. First, we must disconnect the old core and carefully remove it. Then, we will insert the new one and connect it to the systems. Mia felt a rush of adrenaline. They were about to unlock the ship's true potential. She focused on the task at hand, using her tools to remove the old energy core. It was heavy and cold, and she struggled a bit to lift it out. "Need help?" Mark asked, coming to her side. "I got it," Mia replied, determination in her voice. With a final push, she pulled the core free. The team cheered as she placed it aside. Now came the moment they had been waiting for, inserting the new energy core. Lyra guided them carefully. "This core is made of rare elements found on my home planet. It will enhance the ship's abilities." As they slid the new core into place, a soft hum filled the air. The crew watched in awe as the panels around them flickered to life. Colors danced across the walls, and the ship felt alive as if it were breathing. "It's working!" Sarah exclaimed, her voice filled with joy. With the new core in place, the next step was to calibrate the systems. The team gathered around the control panel where Lyra showed them how to input the commands. They worked together, each member contributing their knowledge. Suddenly, a warning alarm sounded. "What's happening?" Mark shouted, panic rising in his voice. Lyra quickly assessed the situation. "It seems the navigation system is not responding. We need to troubleshoot it!" The crew scrambled, each one taking a role in the chaos. Mia and Sarah worked on the control panel while Mark checked the wiring. Tension filled the air as they raced against time. Come on," Mia muttered, her fingers flying over the buttons. She felt the pressure building, but she pushed it aside. They had come too far to fail now. After what felt like an eternity, Sarah shouted, "I think I found the problem! This connector is loose." She quickly fixed the issue, and the alarm stopped. The ship was stable again. With a sigh of relief, they regrouped. "Great job, everyone," Mia praised. "Now let's try to power up the engines." They all gathered at the control panel, excitement bubbling in their chests. Lyra guided them through the final steps, her voice calm and reassuring. "On my count, we will activate the engines together. Ready?" Mia asked, her heart racing. "Ready?" the team replied in unison. 3, 2, 1, activate! With a flick of switches and a press of buttons, the ship roared to life. The sound of the engines filled the air, vibrating through their bodies. Lights flashed, and the ship's systems hummed in harmony. They had done it! The crew erupted into cheers, high-fiving and hugging each other. "We did it! We upgraded the ship!" Sarah shouted, her face beaming with pride. Mia looked at Lyra, who smiled back at her. "Thank you for your guidance," she said sincerely. "We couldn't have done it without you." Lyra nodded, her expression filled with warmth. "Now the real adventure begins. Are you ready to explore the stars?" As they prepared for takeoff, the crew felt a rush of excitement and fear. They were no longer just explorers. They were pioneers, ready to embark on a journey that would change their lives forever. With the Ziraxan fully upgraded, they set their sights on the unknown, eager to uncover the secrets of the universe waiting just beyond the stars. The crew of the Ziraxan stood in the control room, hearts racing with anticipation. Mia Chen gazed out the large viewing window, her eyes filled with wonder at the vastness of space before them. Stars twinkled like diamonds against the dark canvas, and the distant glow of planets beckoned them to explore. "Are we really going to do this?" Mark asked, his voice a mix of excitement and nerves. He was busy checking the navigation systems one last time, making sure everything was ready. "Absolutely," Mia replied, her enthusiasm contagious. "We've come so far. Let's see what's out there." Lyra, standing beside them, smiled with encouragement. "You are ready for this journey. Trust in the ship and in yourselves." With a deep breath, Mia turned to the control panel. "Okay, everyone, let's get this ship in the air." They all took their positions, fingers hovering over their controls. Mia's heart raced as she pressed the button to lift off. The Ziraxan trembled slightly, and then a soft hum filled the room. The ship began to rise, gently leaving the ground of Xylon 7. As they soared higher, Mia felt a rush of freedom. They broke through the planet's atmosphere, and the view opened up before them. Earth was just a distant memory now. "Look at that!" she exclaimed, pointing at the colorful nebulae and swirling galaxies. "Prepare for warp speed," Lyra instructed, her voice steady. "We're heading to the nearby system. There are uncharted planets waiting for us." Mia focused on the navigation screen. "Setting coordinates now." The crew watched as the stars blurred into streaks of light, a sign they were about to jump into warp speed. "Here we go!" Mark shouted, excitement bubbling over. 3, 2, 1, warp! Mia called out, pressing the final button. The ship shuddered, and in an instant they were surrounded by swirling lights. The universe flashed by them in a beautiful display of color. Then, just as quickly, they found themselves in a new star system. The crew let out a collective gasp as they spotted 3 planets, each unique in its own way. One was covered in deep blue oceans, another shimmered with green forests, and the third had mountains that reached toward the stars. "Which one should we explore first?" Sarah asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. Lyra pointed to the forested planet. "That one is rich in resources. It may have life forms we can study." "Let's go for it," Mia replied, steering the ship toward the green planet. As they descended, the lush landscape unfolded beneath them, revealing towering trees and sparkling rivers. "Wow, it looks amazing," Mark said, peering through the window. "I can't wait to see what's down there." Once they landed, the crew gathered their gear, eager to explore. They donned their protective suits and stepped out onto the soft ground. The air was fresh and filled with the scent of flowers. Brightly colored plants surrounded them, swaying gently in the breeze. "Stay close together," Mia instructed, leading the group forward. They walked cautiously, eyes wide with wonder. Strange creatures flitted about, some with vibrant wings and others with soft fur. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the team discovered a sparkling waterfall cascading down rocks, creating a beautiful pool below. "This place is like a dream," Sarah whispered, her heart swelling with joy. Suddenly, Lyra raised her hand. "Listen," she said. The group fell silent, straining to hear. A low growl echoed through the trees, sending shivers down their spines. "What was that?" Mark asked, his voice tense. Lyra's eyes narrowed and she whispered, "We must be cautious." That sound could be from a predator. The crew exchanged worried glances, but Mia felt a rush of bravery. "We can handle this. We've faced challenges before." They pressed forward, determined to uncover the secrets of the forest. As they moved cautiously, they stumbled upon strange markings on the trees, symbols that seemed to tell a story. "What do you think this means?" Sarah wondered, studying the carvings. "It could be a sign of a civilization," Lyra suggested, her interest piqued. "We need to document everything we find." Suddenly, the growl grew louder and a large creature emerged from the underbrush. It was covered in thick fur, with glowing eyes and sharp claws. The crew froze, fear gripping their hearts. "Stay calm," Mia whispered. "We need to show we mean no harm." The creature approached slowly, sniffing the air. Then it tilted its head, clearly curious. Mark raised his hand slowly, trying to communicate. "Easy, big guy. We're friends." To their surprise, the creature responded, sitting back on its haunches and watching them intently. Slowly, the tension eased. The team couldn't believe their eyes. "It's beautiful," Sarah exclaimed, a smile spreading across her face. As the creature relaxed, Mia felt a sense of wonder. This was just the beginning of their adventure. They had encountered an alien world filled with life and mystery, and together they were ready to face whatever came next, discovering new wonders and forming unexpected alliances in the heart of the universe. The sun set behind the distant mountains of the forested planet, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple. The crew of the Xeroxan stood gathered near the large creature they had encountered. It was a majestic being, with soft fur and glowing eyes that seemed to reflect the beauty of the twilight. Mia Chen felt a wave of happiness wash over her as they observed the creature, which had accepted their presence. "This is incredible," Mia whispered, her heart racing with excitement. "We've made a real connection with an alien species." Lyra smiled, watching the creature interact with the crew. "This is what exploration is all about. We learn, we adapt, and we make friends." Mark knelt down, offering the creature a piece of food they had brought along. To everyone's surprise, the creature sniffed it curiously before gently taking it from Mark's hand. "I think it likes me," he exclaimed, a wide grin spreading across his face. The team laughed, feeling the weight of their earlier fears lift. They spent the evening playing with the creature, who they named Grieve. It was a friendly giant, and soon the crew felt as if they had found a new companion in their adventure. As night fell, they gathered around a small fire they had set up. The stars twinkled overhead like a million tiny candles, and the soft sounds of the forest surrounded them. Mia felt grateful to be with her team, sharing this beautiful moment. "Today was amazing," Sarah said, looking at each of her friends. "We've learned so much already." "Yes," Lyra added, her voice filled with pride. "But we must remember that this is just the beginning. There are many worlds left to explore." Mia nodded, her mind racing with possibilities. What if we could discover more life forms like Grieve, or uncover ancient civilizations? Mark leaned forward, excitement shining in his eyes. "We could be the first humans to map this entire system. Imagine what we could learn." The crew shared their dreams and ideas, feeling more connected than ever. They knew their journey was just starting, and together, they could achieve anything. Suddenly, the tranquility of the night was broken by a loud noise in the distance. The ground shook slightly, and the trees rustled. "What was that?" Mark asked, his voice tinged with worry. Lyra's expression changed as she stood up, listening carefully. "We should check it out," she said firmly. "It could be another creature or something more." Mia agreed. "Let's go." "We can't ignore it." They gathered their gear and carefully followed the sounds through the forest, with Grieve trailing close behind. As they approached the source of the noise, they saw a group of alien beings. They were smaller than Grieve and appeared to be in distress. Their skin was a vibrant green, and they were surrounded by fallen branches and debris. "They need help!" Sarah shouted, rushing forward. "Wait!" Mia called out, trying to calm her friend. "We don't know if they're friendly." Lyra stepped forward, raising her hands in a gesture of peace. "We mean no harm," she said slowly, her voice soothing. "Can we help you?" The aliens looked up, their large eyes filled with fear. One of them stepped forward cautiously, speaking in a soft language. To everyone's surprise, Grieve stepped beside Lyra, letting out a low, comforting sound. The smaller alien seemed to calm down, and one pointed toward a pile of rocks. Lyra realized they were trapped under the debris. "We need to lift these rocks," she said urgently. The crew quickly got to work, moving the fallen branches and rocks. With Grieve's help, they managed to free the trapped aliens. As soon as they were free, the smaller beings began to chatter happily, their voices like melodic chimes. Mia felt a warm glow of accomplishment. They had not only discovered new life, but had also made a difference. The aliens danced around the crew, thanking them in their own way. One of the aliens approached Mia, offering her a small, colorful stone. "What is this?" she asked, accepting the gift. "It is a symbol of friendship," Lyra explained. "They want to remember this moment." The crew smiled, feeling a sense of pride. They had forged bonds across worlds, and their adventure was becoming something far greater than they had ever imagined. As they headed back to the Ziraxon, Mia reflected on the day's events. They had faced fears, made new friends, and learned that kindness could bridge the gap between worlds. The universe was vast, but together they could explore it and create a better future for everyone. "Let's prepare for our next destination," Mia said, her voice filled with determination. "There are so many more adventures waiting for us." With newfound excitement, the crew boarded the ship. They were no longer just explorers. They were ambassadors of humanity, ready to make a difference in the galaxy. The stars awaited them, and they were eager to embrace whatever came next, united in their quest for knowledge and friendship.